Because I see people use this for highlights and I just don't understand why it never works out for me. Maybe I was using this wrong the whole time. Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this Sketchbox October 2021 unboxing. As always, the full description of each item in this month's box will be listed in the box below. I'm really excited to see what's in this box, so let's get started. We are back with another Sketchbox unboxing. This month, the artist on the box is Anastasia Vasilyeva. And her at is at Anastasi. And you know, this is one of my favorite famous paintings. I've repainted it in this video with a Dollar Tree challenge. So let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Yes, we have our sticker. So here is the sticker for this month. Looks like it's a little ink bottle. So, you know, Inktober is here, so that's probably why we have a little ink bottle. Next we have our menu with the featured artist of the month, and that is Dennis Brown. Brown was born in the Philippines, raised in different parts of Asia, studied illustration 2001 to 2005. He resides in San Francisco, works as a designer. In his free time, he puts energy towards developing works for gallery shows and other self-generated art projects. So that is Dennis Brown. Very cool. I love the colors of this. Here is our menu with all the items listed. First, we have a Faber-Castell 9000 2H pencil. This hard lead pencil is great for sketching and offers minimal smudging. It says it retails for $1.80. Next is the Kuretake Bimoji Food Brush Pen. A unique twist on a classic brush. It's a navy pen and it offers a lot of versatility, and it retails for $5.40. It has a little hanging thing right here. Next is the Kuretake Fado. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Kaburo number 30. It's a dual-tipped black brush pen, and it says that it contains a traditional brush tip on one end, and on the other end is a fine liner. I love fine liners like these, and they're really cool. And it's $8.50. Sennelier India ink. It retails for $11. This is really cool. Oh, it says beautiful deep black Indian ink that is incredible and light fast. When diluted with water, it becomes less indelible. Excellent for calligraphy, nib pens, brushes, and airbrush. Not recommended for fountain pens. Shake the bottle before using. This looks really cool. So we gotta shake it before we use it. It's a 30 milliliter bottle of rich black ink to fill in flat areas with a brush or dilute it with water to create varying values. Next we have the Speedball Copper Ink. It's a custom item. They retail it for $3. It says they worked with Speedball to develop a metallic ink that offers a rich accent to other inks in this month's box, and it retails for $3. I probably should have shaken it a little bit more. Oh, that looks really cool. There is some sort of like reflectiveness in it. You see some shimmers. And it only retails for $3, so I think that's really interesting, especially for a custom item. It's a calligraphy ink. 0.40 fluid ounces in copper. And we also have a Princeton angle shader. It's a 3/8 inch brush. And it's an angular shader from Princeton Select. And this brush retails for $7.95. And they recommend we use it for filling in large areas with ink and also for thin lines because it's an angle brush. So it should technically work for that. Up next is the Jelly Roll medium white gel pen. Retails for $1.49. I believe we have one of these already. It supposedly says here it's the best white gel pen available. I'm going to say possibly so. And that's only because the Copic opaque white isn't a pen, it's a liquid. So this is, I think when I received it, it was okay. It wasn't the best pen that I've ever tried like they claim here, but maybe mine was defective, and now I have a second shot with this Jelly Roll pen, because I thought the other one was going to be great, but I rarely use it because it wasn't that great. And for a surface, we have a custom Arnhem cotton paper pad. Now, you know I love my cotton paper. Excellent for a variety of techniques, including printmaking, drawing, lettering, and painting. It's an exclusive size for the Sketchbox. And we have warm white 12 sheets. It's 4" by 6 inches. The paper is pretty thick. We'll see how this does. I'm really excited to try this out. And now that that's everything, let's go ahead and move on to some art making. And my thoughts and opinions on this box, of course. So as a little test drive, I made a little set of moody eyes. I really did not have a plan as to what I was going to do when I first swatched everything. But then I decided to make an illustration of Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim because that was the vibes that the color story was giving me from this box. I did the initial sketch on Procreate, then printed it out and used my light box to trace over the line art. For the pencil, I don't really have much to say because it's a pencil. It erases good, draws good. I'm not too picky when it comes to pencils, so this to me is a good one, I would say. I really like that it's not as noticeable when using with the black Kuretake number 30 black brush pen, because when you dilute that pen with water and drag it around, it can be just as light as the pencil marks, so they kind of end up blending in together. Kuretake makes some really nice water-soluble markers and just water-soluble art supplies in general. Like some of the best, I would say, because when you add water to them, sometimes you can't even tell that it was a marker to begin with. And I love that I do not have to struggle with breaking down harsh marker lines, because it's one of my pet peeves when it comes to watercolor markers. I know that they're not all supposed to work that way, but I really appreciate a watercolor marker that completely disappears when you add water to it. However, I think my favorite items of the box would be a strong tie between the blue Kuretake brush pen and the Sennelier India ink. My favorite thing about both of these is that once they are dry, they will not budge at all. But if you introduce water to them before it has time to dry, they will spread so beautifully and can really make some really nice light values. And I just appreciate that so much about them. I use the India ink with my nib pen that I received in a previous art subscription box. I can't exactly say which one it was because I don't remember. And I'm not the best with nib pens, and I'm still not quite sure how to get them to work just right, but I think I'm definitely going to be giving them a better try. I was super inspired by Jude's Art Desk video. Hello Jude, if you're watching this. Your video was very knowledgeable, and I will be giving this a fair try because I won't get any better unless I actually try to. So a goal for mine this Inktober is to give my nib pen a lot of love and a lot of use. Back to the subject at hand, the Speedball Copper Ink has such a nice reflective look to it. When you move the page around, you can really see the pretty sheen look that it gives. And although it's really pretty, I would not say that the color is copper. When I think of copper, I think more orange, reddish kind of color, but this color has a very brown feel to it. When I diluted it with water, I was able to get a nice enough skin tone from it, but when I wanted even washes and dipped the brush straight into the ink, it just did not give me the color that I was expecting. Don't get me wrong, again, it's a really pretty color, but it just doesn't give me the copper vibes. I guess I was expecting something more vibrant, and this just ended up being more like a muted copper, I would say. The Princeton angle shader was nice. I could see why it said it's good for thin lines. I would absolutely never use this brush to do line art, but I could and definitely did use this brush to get in the very small spaces like between Ramona's hair to fill in the background. So this brush is a total plus on that side and has a lot of versatility to it, which I love. I think the hardest thing for me when it comes to getting new brushes is deciding which medium I'm going to dedicate it to. I have a pretty big bin that's filled with cups that are filled with brushes for different mediums. I have to go through them and organize it because I try to put my favorite brushes into like mini sets, if that makes sense, so I can just grab it and go. I'll make a video soon organizing my brushes so you can see what I mean, but nonetheless, I'm happy to have this brush. The Jelly Roll pen is what I'm looking forward to talking about the most because I have been using it wrong my entire life. I am so heavy-handed and I'm constantly forgetting that, so it never dawned on me that I'm using too much pressure with these pens. I would use these like a regular pen and dig real deep into the paper, and I felt like such a fool when it just clicked and I barely put any pressure on this pen to the paper and the ink just flowed out. I'm not even kidding. It just did its thing. So yes, I was using it wrong. You need to, as the name says, just roll the gel pen over your illustrations, and I mean barely touch the paper and the ink just comes out and it stays, and it's a really nice white. I've always felt like these pens fall short, and I always thought that people were crazy or just fall for them. Maybe they're just overhyped. But now I see that I was the crazy one who did not know what I was doing. So there we have it. I now love these pens. Overall, this was just a really good box. I'm really excited to be able to combine all of my art subscription boxes for Inktober because we're getting so many inked goodies. I'm really excited for what this month has to bring. I'm really hoping, I'm manifesting that I will complete this month's challenge. So wish me luck. Hope you stick with me through this little journey of mine, and hopefully I can show you a nice little Inktober tour at the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!